Welcome back. Another episode of RC Crawler Talk. Today on the bench is the custom one-off RC Rock Bouncer, built by me over the last year and a half or so. So today we're just going to talk about what I got into it, what's going on with it, and future plans. So it's kind of a bittersweet episode. Put a lot of time and effort into this bad boy. The cage was my first chassis I built. It's definitely a challenge. Lots of tuning, lots of changes over the time I've had it, all that good stuff. So first you're going to notice is the giant USD stickies. These are the soft compounds on 2.2 SSD wheels. These are pretty gnarly tires, man. They like to break stuff. So of course I had to upgrade all the entire drivetrain. Electronic wise, we've got a Holmes Hobbies BLE Pro ESC running a Polar Pro 3500 kV brushless. That Polar Pro is hooked to Super Shafty's bomb-proof transmission with the 6mm outputs. Other electronic goodies, I've got the Holmes Hobbies SHV 500 V2. No complaints there. I did go through one of the support bearings for it, but rebuild kits have those, so it's all good. So when these tires first come out, I was really worried about the axle shafts. I had a set of AR60 rock jocks originally in it. So before I got these, I thought, I better upgrade to the Deluxe Fab FBA shaft. So inside is the 7mm axles with 8mm stubs. Also from Deluxe Fab, I went these zero offset C hubs and the aluminum knuckles. All right, so big time, and I did that front and rear just to make sure it was gonna hold up. This thing's not light. I think the last time I weighed it was just over 10 pounds, the way it currently sits with a battery. So she's a beast. Most of the chassis is made of 3/16 tube, aside from the main support bar. So I've got that solid. This one's solid, goes across. This main hoop here is solid, and I believe this one's solid. The rest is all tube work, all gusseting and everything else. Shocks on it are the Proline Pro Specs. I believe they're 100 or 105 millimeters. I could be wrong. The interesting thing about this is everything's built off of an SEX10 skid instead of a bomber skid or a race skid. I wanted something small because, as you can see, it kind of sits low. Also in the back, I've got Vanquish trailing arms, which are proven definitely to take the abuse. MIP drive shafts front and rear. You can see my only place to put a deluxe sticker. The links in the front are actually 1/4 inch solid that I drilled and tapped. I believe they're 832s, set screws and rod ends. The upper links in the front are from Incision. They're the 1/4 inch stainless. Those are the upper links for a Wraith kit. The links out back are actually lower 1/4 inch stainless Wraith links. I really needed to get some clearance in there. There's lots of tight stuff. I built the rear truss, so it has a link riser and a sway bar mount. And then I just drilled and tapped a couple holes into the shafty axle. It actually worked out pretty good. It still flexes a little bit, but it took away a lot of the torque twist. There was lots of torque twist when this first thing got put together. It's definitely different from what it was when I originally started. As I progressed through the hobby, I had to make changes to the frame to accommodate the axles, But I digress. So kind of getting out of the rock bouncing arena. I haven't really, I ran it once a couple weekends ago, and I'll put footage in the video of that. Kind of like the rock bouncer's last stand. So I think I'm going to blow it apart, put the chassis up on the wall. It's one of those things, man, you put so much time and effort into. It's not sellable. It's so custom. But being my first chassis, I kind of want to keep it. But all the goodies in it definitely can be reused on another project. And I think what's going to happen is the old Mega Goat. It's going to get some axle upgrades. USD stickies may not be the optimum for the Capra, but the cage is fairly light. Those axles are really heavy. All the good shafts are in it and everything else. I do really enjoy the four-wheel steer aspect on the Mega Goat. So I think what also is going to happen, I'm just going to put the front diff, tires, all that good stuff in the Capra, as well as a Rock Jock front axle. I'm going to put that in the rear so I can retain the four-wheel steer. I'm probably going to go through, and I'm probably going to, a lot of people are taking these tires and they're siping them to get better traction. So we're going to play with that a little bit. Probably going to start with cutting some lines in the center lugs. I'll leave the outsides for now. And as you can tell on these center lugs, or these outer lugs, this compound's so soft, and on a heavy truck, it's nice and rounded. Lots of wheel speed. It just totally rounds those tires. You can kind of see that one right there. So it's got a sharp edge there, rounded edge there. So who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll run them backwards. See if we can't get some traction on the crawler. It's going to be slow. I'm not going to put the big monster power in it. We're just going to stick with what's in there, gear it back down again, probably go back to a 9-tooth pinion. And if you remember right, this has got the 3-gear Wraith transmission in it. So we'll probably just leave that. We'll leave the DriveTech shocks. Yeah, kind of see what happens. May like it, may not like it, but that's part of this hobby, man. Everything's interchangeable. You can kind of do what you want with it, see what works, what doesn't work. Regardless, these tires on this Capra are going to be monstrously huge. And actually the overall width isn't too terribly different. See, there's that. So it's a little bit wider. But I'm going to try to keep the wheelbase about the same. Mega Goat's going to be a super Mega Goat. We're making a slow crawler. May not like it. May go back to the 1.9s. But I kind of want to use the Capra axles. Kind of want to use them on another full frame 4-wheel steer rig based from a Northwest Scale Designs chassis. So we'll see what happens. Hey, thanks for watching. Enjoy the video. Keep sticking around. Hit that like button. Hit the bell. So once we get updates to the Mega Goat, you guys will see it on the channel. Thanks a lot. Have a great day and get out and do some crawling.